But right now we now are live on both channels. Uh, the guys that's just tuning in, we just covered the NFL CBR. Um, you can continue, Joe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so basically, we just watched the video on the events that transpired last night with the Buffalo Bills player. Essentially, a routine tackle. He went down. They had to administer CPR. CPR lasted approximately 10 minutes, at which point they was able to, uh, get him to the hospital. And again, it was a shocker. Like I stated, never seen something like this before. Uh, this is a prime time game, a critical game that has playoff implications. So everyone's watching this game. Like they said, thousands of fans in the stadium. And again, traumatic. Prayers go out to the family. Um, I'm just curious. I ring questions on: is this NFL? Is this the nature of the sport? Is this something that needs to be addressed in regards to the sport? We know historically football is a physical, brutal, violent sport. Uh, what do you do, or what's the next steps that can be taken to possibly ensure player safety? And if this isn't an NFL issue, were there underlying health conditions? Were there possible medications or things involved? Is this a situation where it was just pressure with a combination of adrenaline? Like I said, this game was major, had playoff implications for his franchise, for his career, for his team. And if you ever competed, then you know what that does to you. You know, you want to go out there and you want to win. And that right there drives your emotions, your adrenaline to another level. So, again, prayers to the family. I'm just curious to what the NFL does in response. I don't know. What can you do to protect these players? The game is tackled.
Yeah. So, Jared, Mr. Hendricks, yeah. Hold on. I don't know if what's wrong with your volume, but we cannot. We having problems hearing you over here. It's not. We don't have you on mute. I think something going on on your side.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
If you ask me, yo, I say it's scary as hell, bro. Cause we think about it. As a kid, we played tackle with no equipment on. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
With no pads, with no helmet. So when I seen it, I watched it last night, and I seen it. The first thing I said, yo, I'm blessed, cause that could have been me as a kid. You know, it could have been my nephew or my friend that played backyard football. Like it's scary, yo. It make you think like is football really dangerous? Cause like you ain't out to kill somebody, but you actually out to get a good tackle, but also you want that spotlight. You know what I'm saying? But that spotlight can cause you your life.
Hmm.
When you get a good hit, everybody go crazy. Yo, he just hit that man. But that hit can cause your life. So you make you think like, yo, what what steps do I take in life as an NFL player or a person that play backyard football or Pop Warner? It make you think all over. Like
That's
one
kind
hit
of
can kill you or can kill somebody you hitting.
well. What do you think the NFL can do? I
They
mean,
can't do nothing.
they're already wearing pads. I seen some interview where they were saying that there's like some type of like vest equipment they could wear on their chest. But my point is like, where does it go to where it's like you put more and more stuff on, and basically now it's the sport is no longer the sport. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to protect players, but like I said, the whole point of people watching that sport is almost like some gladiator type event where you seeing jokers get their bell rocked. You know what I mean? That's entertaining. Like that's like where do we draw the line between okay, business, obviously making money, being profitable and being entertaining, and now you talking about safety because for all of that, it should be two-hand touch, flag football. But who's gonna pay to watch that?
Nobody. But
Hmm.
think about it. If the NFL can create a way where tackle can be safe, do that mean do they do it for high school kids, Part 1 kids, college kids too? You know what I'm saying? Like it's scary now. The fact that it's scary as hell, yo. Honestly,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, is the answer just straight flag or two-hand touch? Because that's the only way you can really eliminate, if you want to say to a high degree, the physicality of the game. Because if it's football as normal, you put another layer of pads on. They still gonna hit each other. They still running. You got a guy that's running a 4-4, a 4 flat, a 4-8, a 4-9 coming downhill at you, full shoulder impact, bro. You can put more pads on. You getting rocked. Like,
yeah, you're right.
You get like if you remember playing football and you wasn't even playing against, you know what I mean, we talk about the world's best out there, but just with playing in the grass, a joker coming at you, yeah, like
Yo, I remember those days, man. You ready to fight somebody, bro.
Yeah. A joker get a good enough hit on you, you ready to retaliate. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what does the NFL really do here? Because if you say, okay, they need to make the game safer. Okay, well, how they make it safer? Like, we know the answer is no hitting. Like, the ultimate real answer here is no hitting. So now that's like, are you gonna pay or be a fan of seeing jokers grab flags or two-hand touch type variation of the game? And I think that's where the NFL is like, we want to. And then
I feel like then you're gonna have like the negative people gonna say, well, if they never canceled the game because they could have won, or we could have won. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I definitely seen some report, and I don't know how accurate it is, but it was stated on Twitter. I forget who the broadcaster was or analyst was, but apparently there's some rumor where the NFL wanted them to continue to play, and the players apparently decided they weren't going to play. And that's what forced their hand to postpone the game. So I don't know how true that is, but in the world of making money, you almost look at it like players get injured all the time, get carted right off. Jokers that got concussions, jokers that got broken ribs, jokers done, you know what I mean, put them on that cart, roll them out of there. Game keep going.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit was crazy last night.
Yeah. It was. I mean, you literally saw the Joker. They darn it thought he was, you know what I mean, speculating that he was dead out there. I mean, he was unresponsive. They're doing CPR for 10 minutes. Like, so he's out. And
well, I think the best thing about this that, you know, he survived. We can give him blessings, you know, and hopefully he come out this on top. You know, and I'm sure that that's the same belief that the players thought. Yep. All right. You sound good?
Yeah, it just was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I want to run to the next topic. I don't want to spend too much time on this one topic. So should we go through this? Let's little fact. Matter of fact. Let's hit the this one right here is super funny. Do you need to lighten it up because we just talked about some like something that was kind of like hard, but let's lighten it up a little bit with this video. Y'all ready?
Hello? Oh, you gotta sit up, baby. Hello?
Yeah.
What's
Hello?
your name?
Deshaun.
Deshaun from where?
Detroit, Michigan.
How old are you, Deshaun?
29. What's the problem?
You didn't hear the question.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You said where I'm from. I said Detroit. You said how old are you? I said 29.
No, yeah, I said how old are you?
I said 29.
That means how many years have you been on Earth?
I'm 29 years old, you fucking old. Yeah. Hey, I know, girl. I know you ain't trying to go there with the reads because You without no makeup on, you're hideous. Like, don't play with me. Because I can go there. I'm trying to be nice. That wig, bitch, like, don't play with me. Don't play with me, Kendra. Please don't do it.
I mean, well, listen, I'm the one with a show that you stayed up to be on. So you can
Nobody gives a fuck, though. Because
I mean, if nobody
like,
gives
you're
a
not
fuck,
a nice
why are you
person.
here?
You're ugly in the inside. You trying to throw little jabs at people. Look at you, bitch. Your shiny ass face. Bitch, ugly. Fucking ugly. Look at you. Look at you. What type of person are you trying to throw jabs at people? And bitch, under that makeup, bitch, you look 100. Come on. We see the pictures of you at the motherfucking airport, bitch. You're ugly.
Do you want me? Okay, I just have one question. Do you think you're hurting my feelings?
I don't give a fuck, bitch. Don't try to comfort me. Bitch, don't comfort me if I didn't send for you, okay?
And how did I comfort you? Because I'm just confused that you're 29 years old?
Like I said, I'm 29. I'm confused. How old are you, bitch?
What year was you born?
1993. What year you was born?
Child. Well, listen, bless your soul. Life has been challenging for you. It's
no,
evident.
you trying to throw jabs with your Tasha K. Bitch, you look like you can be related to Tasha K. Bitch, y'all ugly ass motherfucking monkeys.
Shout out to Tasha K.
Y'all monkeys better stop playing with me. You fucking monkey. Look at you. Look at you. It's people like you I be talking about. We go around screaming Black Lives Matter, but it's people like you. We treat each other like shit, and you think it's supposed to be okay. No, bitch. No, we not doing that here.
Do you practice what you preach?
Yeah, you whore. I sure do. Fucking ugly ass slut monkey. You ugly as fuck. Tell them take that makeup off. Look at you. Take your makeup off. Bitch, them big ass black spots.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, obviously, life is not getting better for you.
No, you're a miserable bitch.
But
that's what you is.
Am I the only one that didn't think he was 29 years old? And what was so interesting is he must have been reading my head. I was just trying to get clarity. But you know, he has some things he wants to get off his chest. I found it to be hilarious. But no, I did not think he looked 29 at all. So happy Thanksgiving.
Yo.
You remember me?
Hello?
Yo, that was crazy, bro.
Bro, he came up with so many insults.
Yo.
like how he go insult? He hit her with she didn't get a chance to make a joke. All she said was, "You 29."
Yo.
And my man unleashed a monster on her behind. Like, he went straight demon time on her. Like, it was a whole nother person that came out of him.
I ain't gonna lie. The fact that I'll be watching her shit, sometimes she do throw low blows though, yo. Like sometimes
he was ready.
Huh? Like, I
he
feel
was
like
ready for
like
whatever she was gonna say, man. Like, he was prepared for
I feel like sometimes she be trying to bring black men down instead of lifting them up.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just that she made her right challenge.
I don't even know if that was a challenge. He didn't wait for the insult.
Like, yo, he took over the TV show.
All she said was, "You 29? How old are you?" He said, "I said how old? You heard it."
Yo, she said how many? She said no. Yo, she said like he a dog. No, how many lives? How many years have you lived on this earth?
He gonna say, "We saw your real picture. We saw you in the airport."
Yo, she said, "How many human lives have you been living?" She ain't 29.
He said, "We saw those black spots. Take your makeup off."
Yeah, that shit was funny as hell.
That's
What year was you
disrespectful,
born?
man. That's disrespectful.
Who was
Of
more
course,
disrespectful?
did you think he was born 93? Yeah, I think he was born 93. I ain't going. He did not look 29. I would
Nah, he
have
didn't
thought
look 29, but
if
still,
he
we
didn't
don't
say
know.
he
We
was
don't know.
29. I would have definitely assumed he was older. Like with with no shade, no offense to
I'd
him,
have thought he was like in his
but he
30s or
definitely
40s.
does look older than 29. But I don't know. You said who was more disrespectful?
Yeah.
Of course he was.
I mean, he called her everything but a. Like, I can't even repeat the words he was saying.
Yo, he was tight, bro. He was tight.
He was immediately tight. I think people have shot those shots at him, before, because he was already. As soon as she said, "How old are you?" He was already geared a certain direction. At least based on the clip. Like, if that's the clip originally, how the conversation started, looked like he was already geared a certain direction. Like, as soon as she said, "How old are you?" and she said it. She said it that second time. He was.
Yo, but she turned her head to the side like, how old are you? He was like, wait a minute, I said it. You heard that shit? Yo.
Yeah. I don't know. What you think that she was more disrespectful?
Huh?
No, well, I feel like they both played their part, of disrespect. But I don't know who's more disrespectful. I was just asking the question, drawing up the question. But we can move on to the next video, guys, if y'all ready.
All right, run it.
Paperclip, ink from a pen. My best friend.
I don't know who did it with a tattoo gun.
He did it with a paperclip. Paperclip, ink from a pen. My best friend.
I don't know who's more insane, him for doing it or you for allowing him to do it.
Yeah, he learned. He went to jail, learned how to do some tattoos. I'm like, oh boy, I'm getting tatted. He was in there punching that shit like, yo, that shit.
And so he came out. You was his canvas.
That's right. Let's get it.
Bro, you let a man tattoo you with a paperclip?
Yeah, I messed up in school, so I was already in the streets right there. When I knew I couldn't go to school, I'm like, oh, I'm head first in this. This who I am.
How bad did that hurt? How old were you when you got the tattoo?
I had like 17.
Hit Squad. That was the name of your crew?
Yeah, that was the name of my friends, yeah.
Your friends?
Yeah, that was my friend. My friends, that was the name of us.
So in your friends, the homies, click. Y'all fight?
Love fighting. Love it. Fighting is everything. I'm sorry. I'm not a violent guy, but the gun shit is cool when it's have to be.
But you rather knuckle up?
Oh God, come on. Go on, excuse my language, beat my ass. Man. Come on. These kids, a lot of kids today, I guarantee they never had a fight.
No. Man. It's too easy to pull that strap though.
Man, you don't want no guns. That's cool. I honestly, God, truth today, I can't even see myself reacting like that.
Right.
Yo, people get real disrespectful. But for me, man, God gave me something that I had to realize the power of choice.
Right.
Walker, you have a choice to allow to let this shit bother you.
Right.
I can't let y'all bother. I got too much.
You got too much skin. You got too much to skin.
I don't put too much work in here.
Right.
I'm 36 years old. I'm too grown to be a punk, a pussy, a lame, a sucker of this. I'm just gonna dip, my boy. Y'all too aggressive, like.
Right.
But you put this possum in a corner, it's going down.
Right.
It's going up.
So when you go back to your old hood, they show you love, right? I mean, there ain't no disrespect coming from the hood.
Nah, never that. But my thing is this, right? My whole first of all, my whole shit coming up was to make it out the hood.
Correct.
I'm not one of them niggas go be a billionaire and go sit in the hood and roll dice and smoke weed.
Right.
I want to buy the block.
Right.
I want our name on the block.
Right.
That's going back to the hood.
Okay.
But what stopped me and what actually made me stop hanging in the hood was Dick Gregory.
Okay.
I watched this clip. Dick Gregory was like, nigga, why you buy this Rolls Royce? To ride through the hood to show you the richest motherfucker? That I can't buy one? And da-da-da-da. And it's crazy because that's why I bought it.
Right.
I was young, like, nigga, we getting money on the south side. I'm finna pull a phantom out here, da-da-da. But I was ignorant. And at the same time, I could have bought this condo downtown Atlanta that I ride by every day today.
Right.
Fucking 5 times the value.
Right.
The egg on my face, right? So when I seen Dick Gregory do that, I actually got out that car. I ended up getting in the Escalade. And I've been driving Escalade ever since 2011, and I don't barely be home. Like I don't cars to me. It just I start figuring out.
Appreciating assets, huh?
And
I mean, come on. I mean, we need one to get from point A to point B, but at what point? Because you probably had everything. So now, is it a means of transportation or is it a means to get attention?
You know what it was? The problem, yo, this shit crazy. The problem is like the things I wanted to be and grow up to be, I got there.
Right.
At 23 years old.
Okay.
I was sitting so high on top of my mountain, I just kept smelling something.
Right.
It just smelled like manure. I was standing on top of shit mountain. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no business. I didn't have no financial literacy. I didn't have an insurance policy. I didn't know what trust accounts was, shell companies. I didn't know how to go buy tangible businesses. I didn't know nothing. So I'm like, yo, how am I this famous guy and I'm the big homie and y'all respected me, but I can't even tell you how to go open up a bank account. I didn't even know how to open up a bank account, Sharp. I'm telling you, I learned that at 23 years old. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm all respect to my mother. My mother didn't have time to teach us that. She was too busy paying bills and making sure we alive. So when I learned that part, it felt so good learning that. Like, usually if I want to run money up, I have to go in the streets now. I got good credit, some holding companies. I go give me a loan.
Right.
I go get a loan right now for $10 million, $20 million, $100 million. It's just perspectives and a good business plan. It's easy. So when you start learning things like that, why would you be an edge monster?
Right.
I know anybody right now, yo. I don't care how gangster you are. My boy, if you start learning this real business, man, you ain't
leave that
thugging.
alone.
That thug, man, who? I wish you, man, I ain't going. I'm good. I'm not going nowhere with all the odds is against me. I can't do that. It's stupidity. So that's what made me stop, man. I was on top of shit mountain, and I wanted to build Mount Everest.
Right.
Yep.
And I knew it was all right here in my brain. I got tired of just, anytime I see a crowd of black people, I'm clutching. If I get around a bunch of Chinese guys or white guys or this guy, I'm kind of cool.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why am I like that?
Right.
I broke out of that. I want to perfect me. I didn't want to be this person that what they want to say. America wants you to be every black man say, yo, niggas don't trust black people. I wanted to be me, man. I say, Walker, how could you change anything if you can't change yourself? How could you change the world if you can't change your family? How could you change your family if you can't change your neighborhood? How could you change the country if you can't change your state? So you have to change you, your family, your neighborhood, then your state. So that's a lot of pillars mentally you have to get through as a man. So for me, I want to be that. There's no such thing as perfect. That's why I'm going to perfection. So that's how I live, man.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button.
That was dope, man. I like his I like hearing that part of his story. I don't follow a lot of entertainers, but it's good to hear. I kind of knew a little bit about him from some clips of him talking about how you could. He was on another podcast or whatever, and he was getting some information on just businesses and creating S corps and stuff like that. But it was dope to hear. You know, I mean, someone that's coming from a hood type environment, and he obviously made it successful in music, and he was able to, mature all of that. You see a lot, and just even probably most recent in Life People Minds, a guy lost his life at a dice game. Young guy making money in the music industry, lost his life. So
30 years after.
It's definitely refreshing to hear how he had the opportunity, was graced to make the changes. Because for all we know, if he didn't make certain changes, his life could have been lost in his own hood. Because you bringing the Phantom back to the block to a bunch of jokers who ain't got nothing. Yeah, you ask it. It's an insult. You gonna go stunt sometimes could be murder in the first degree for the joker that's back there in that hood hungry. And he's seeing you coming through with the money, the chains, the car. How many times you gonna see that before he stick you up? Yeah, he just want to eat.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yo.
But that's normally how I go in the streets, though.
Like, do you feel like if he made it and you came back to the hood and you try to like help the hood and they didn't want your help, they just wanted to be elites, do you feel like you deserve to like continue to help, or you feel like you should give up?
Well, I think that's a two-folded question because
Give up.
obviously you go into an environment where the mindset hasn't matured as yours has.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's part of the warfare. He kind of notated that when he was saying, like, you know, the pillars in which he had to mature and make changes were because he realized like the change started with him first, and then he was able to now have the ability to now influence people in his family, and then with that, at that stage, being able to do that, you know, he was able to mature and grow to now be able to influence his neighborhood and his community. But like I said, so that's a two-sided question because ultimately nobody wants to be used or abused or feel like people are just leeching off them or so forth. But in the same token, you kind of got to have a certain level of grace because you've been graced, you see what I'm saying, to achieve a certain level of wisdom and maturity that has now empowered you to be who you are. And you going back to help individuals who have yet to cross some of those bridges in their journey to now be able to share or even understand some of your perspectives. Because you basically going back speaking Chinese. Like you go back to your hood. I mean, he's clearly more successful than I am and has more reach, resources, monies, or whatever. But just even for some of the knowledge that we may have come across, like, okay, you start realizing like, well, dang, credit is actually a factor, and you got knowledge on that. You can go back to some of your jokers right now, and because they haven't graduated to being able to even understand what that is, and you start talking credit and this and that and the third, man, that's Chinese, especially for a joker who all he know is getting it from the block. Like I remember when I first started to come into some knowledge on certain things, it's just natural that people aren't going to receive it because is the messenger able to deliver the message in a way where it's digestible to others, especially those who don't have the understanding, they don't have the knowledge. B, it depends on the mindset and perspective on the individual when they receive that knowledge. So you might even have some game, you might even have some information that might help people, but it's other factors associated with that. So there needs to be grace there. And it can be hard on the messenger, you know, to deal with that, to take on that challenge. Because again, like you said, do you want to be used? Do you want to feel like, oh, well, these jokers, they just want to be handed something? But that's to be expected. Like these, especially somebody like him, he rolling in a Phantom.
Yeah.
Come on, man, a Phantom. He ain't rolling in just a nice little Lexus or something. Like he pulled up in a Phantom. Like jokers feel like you can feed the world. You pull up with something like that, that's automatic.
Yeah, you're right. That's crazy.
Like,
you're right.
Like they not thinking of what you had to do to get that, or you pull up in something like that, especially like you going, come on, man. That's like it don't matter who you are, man. You could pull up into Philly, Camden, North Trenton. Jokers think, oh, he got it. Like they not even thinking about teach me how to get it. They thinking like he got it so good, man. Let me get $1. Like I want to eat. I want to eat. Like I was like, so. But that's the mindsets that you deal with. The biggest challenge is the mindsets. Like, and that's something. Like I said, like I can't even compare myself to this guy. You know, kudos to him. Shout out to him for, you know, him being able to achieve and build himself up. But I don't care what it is when you on even on small levels. Like I said, with just having some knowledge on something. Or you know, you've been graced to maybe evolve your life in some areas, and now you see others that you can now give that knowledge to, you know, freely of no charge, and they don't receive it. Well, and they'll rather you give them $1 than So basically, they'd rather you give them a fish than teach them how to fish.
Yeah, but I pretty much my perspective on the video was more so trying to find the right words for this, but more so the fact that just like you won't understand what he's saying unless you've really been in the streets. That's just overall. I don't think nobody can really understand the streets unless you've been in the streets. And the streets can teach you those things, about, like he's saying, touching your strap when you're around other black folks and being more subtle when you're around other white folks or other people cultures. And I really just hope that everybody in the streets pretty much just I don't know, just keep your head up, because like you can't really teach or preach to people, when they doing their thing. You gotta respect it. It's just basically what he was saying, and hopefully when they do come around, they're more acceptable to what you're doing. Because like he said, you come around trying to teach them, trying to show them what you're doing, but they don't want to hear that because they are so focused on, I don't want to say gangbanging or whatever they doing. Cause I can't talk like that, but whatever they doing,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like even if you ain't gangbanging, if you from a different way of life, it's like you grow up and you ain't growing up in a home where, like he said, he didn't get financial literacy, meaning he ain't even see. Like I grew up, jokers is going to the check cashing place to pay a bill. Jokers ain't going to the bank. Jokers ain't talking, how to even manage a bank account, how to balance a checkbook, how to budget, how to save, how to even credit or any of those. Like those was never terms that entered my home at all, like foreign language to me. So for somebody to say this to me, it's so foreign that because your way of life, your practices, your normals, your norms, that's it. There's a barrier, so I'm more comfortable in what I know versus what I don't know. It's definitely scary to even explore or approach the unknown, even if it's good for you. Like you ain't necessarily got to be a gangbanger and toting guns and shooting at jokers to face those type of hurdles. Because coming from the hood and now, yeah, you're right. Because I was in the hood and I had to be concerned about, all right, man, I walk up this block, this crew, this set is up here. So your senses and your spidey is on a different radar than okay. If I'm over here at the Cherry Hill Mall,
but
with the suburb jokers, my spidey sense ain't the same. It adjusts and is more acceptable. So like you ain't got connection. Yeah. You have those things. You have some of those. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's different levels. You know what I'm saying? Different levels to guys in the hood, niggas in the hood. It's different levels. It's the guy that's really doing stuff in the streets, that's really moving. And it's the guy that's trying to stay safe, just minding his business and doing his 1-2. You know what I'm saying? They're going to work, coming home. Or going to school, coming home.
Like, yeah, I get that.
So they all got that stay safe, stay dangerous mentality, but they all living a little bit different.
Like, yeah, there's I'll put it to, I guess there's
like you saying, like you don't gotta hold your gun or whatever like that. But
the
guy that's really moving like that in those streets, he gotta hold his gun. He gotta have that gun on him every day or whenever he move around. Because he got that name, he got that reputation.
But that's what I'm saying too. Like even for the joker that don't got the name, because he lives in that environment, you gotta have a certain level of readiness. Like
yeah, of course.
Because I'm talking from a perspective, and I'll just use myself as an example. Like I was like 10 years old where a joker tried to rob me in my hood. Like a corner at the corner of my block. Like my crib, 3, 4, 5 houses from the corner. And the
Joe, it's crazy. You
me.
gotta put, for example, right? Me and you, Mike, we all grew up from right across the street from each other, right? We can go to the Chinese store anytime we want. That's on the other side of the corner. But people can't do that out in certain places. You know what I'm saying? Or if we want to Chinese food, we can't go all the way this side in North Camden unless you know it.
Mm-hmm. No,
and if you do, you gotta change the way how you walk and how you talk.
And that's what I'm saying.
And when you out there, you gotta have that thing on you.
So,
exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. So even for the Joker that ain't necessarily he ain't got a gun, but he still gotta have a certain awareness and a certain readiness because he's in that environment. And that environment is acceptable to these things. Where
to that crime, yeah. But
if I'm in Cherry Hill, I'm not concerned. I'm not even getting shaky around jokers. Like I could be around these jokers. I'm comfortable, head down.
Jokers get shaky around us.
Yeah. Exactly.
They walk on the ball. They ain't get done yet. They gotta go.
Exactly. But in my hood, so you could, especially you in the
grown. For example, yo, man, I got a good example. Living in Camden, remember how we used to go to the gallery? You can't go to the gallery with just one person. Man, them 50 boys be ready for Camden niggas, yo.
Man, I remember this one particular time, and I don't know if Mike, well, Mike wasn't there, but essentially, I'm not really like from Philly, but one of my uncles got us over there on some type like mission type thing. Now, this ain't my hood. You see what I'm saying? Like it's even like there's a shift when you in your hood versus in somebody else. Like even though it's dangerous in your hood, you more acquainted with your hood, so you got more of a feel for them. I know them. You know what I mean? I don't want to put last names up, but you know certain groups, certain whatever. So you know how to navigate your hood. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, even with it being your hood, you still uncomfortable in a sense. Like for as much as you're comfortable, you still have to have a certain guard. And that's why I can relate to what he's saying. Like, and I ain't even speaking from the sense of, you know what I mean, jokers that's selling weight or out here gang banging and banging on jokers. But just coming from those environments, it does something to you that even amongst your own people in those environments, you got both your eyes on jokers. You watching jokers. You more sensitive to jokers than to what he's saying. He walk into one of them celebrity red carpet events with all these jokers. He comfortable. He can sit back, relax. He not concerned. But you go on your block.
You know why he ain't concerned? Because the fact is that he ain't got to worry about at those places you ain't got to worry about a gangbanger. But you better sure worry about can't even say it, but the rainbow community.
But like it's
what the hell he say? What
he say? He said you gotta be worried about one of the P. Diddy parties. He said you gotta be worried about
yo, Mike, crazy.
We're gonna move along right there. He said you ain't gotta worry about no gang nigga. But you better worry about the rainbow.
For real. For real.
Oh snap.
But if we're gonna move on to the next topic. That actually was pretty good, guys. I actually like that dialogue. But let's go on to this video. It's pretty good. This is my girl. Her name is Candace Owens. I don't know if you guys are acquainted with her or familiar with her, but let's watch this video.
Male absence. It encourages it because it's become toxic.
Hold on.
modern feminism encourages male absence. It encourages it because it's become toxic. They use terms like toxic masculinity, right? And I say to myself, all of their examples of the idea of what it means to be a man now is toxic. They think, oh, this is a man. Masculinity is wrong. There's something inherently wrong with being a masculine man. And to me, I always say that it was toxic masculinity that saved me. You know, I had a healthy fear of my grandfather. Nobody played around with my grandfather. We still don't play around with my grandfather, you know, and it's just, there's a certain level of respect when you're in his home. There are rules. And because I had that healthy fear, I was, I guess, more responsive to that sort of authority when I had to go out in real life. You know, I believed in structure. And yet this version of feminism today, we have women that are basically promoting men should act like women, right? And women should act like men. There's all of this confusion. You can pick your gender, you can do what you want. And ultimately what I think it's doing is feeding into this idea of a breakdown of the family. I really do believe that modern feminism
Exactly. No,
Yo, you know what's crazy? I promise you, we had the same talk last night, bro. The same conversation. It was two of my female friends and me. The same conversation.
Oh, we gotta bring them on the podcast then.
Like, yo, it's crazy because they were saying how men be out there on Snapchat with filters and really
shaking their hips.
Yo, with filters, with men like men getting their eyebrows done, men getting their nails done, men getting ass, all that.
Hold on, Jeremiah. Now listen, I'm about to get on you now because you sound like you falling into those things now.
Nah, nigga.
You used to get your fingernails done. Oh, that's clear. It's clear.
Wait.
You get your eyebrows a little oranges all night.
What you say?
I'm cooking clean.
Man, what you say?
I said, didn't you used to get your little fingernails done? So it's clear.
Yo, come on, man. Don't play me like that, bro. Nigga, I hung out with your uncle, nigga. Your uncle ain't play that gay shit. Come on now. Me and Josh ain't play that phony. Yo, Mike, really, Mike? Come on now.
He said call him Pretty Rick.
Yo, Joe, you know damn well. Me and my homeboy Josh, we ain't play that fofo shit.
We didn't say y'all was gay, but you guys have feminine tendencies, feminine traits.
Nigga, nah, yo, now you trying to put me on podcast. Michael Douglas. Don't do that, Michael Douglas.
Hold on, motherfucker. You need to calm that down, okay? My name is Conflict.
Come on, bro.
My name is Conflict today.
Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. You know you don't play spades. Don't try to pull out the Joker. I'm trying to cut it, nigga, yo. You know me, bro. You know me, bro.
It's good content. It's good content. But yeah, but this is a good video. I mean, I believe that she hits on some important topics, some important key elements of the Black or the community at whole. But masculinity shouldn't be looked at as toxic. If your man tell you to change your clothes, change your clothes. If your man tell you to cook clean, cooking clean. It's not toxic.
Well, I can't believe Mike did that shit. I should still stuck in my head, yo. Come on, bro.
I mean, I feel like, well, to what she's homing in on, I would definitely co-sign that. It definitely at least feels that there's some agenda that to destroy whatever the traditional idea of a family is, and it makes sense because if you look at society and what society defines as its new norms. Well, that's where all of his teachings and belief shifts. You know what I'm saying? And to just make it a real simple comparison, once upon a time when, slavery was a societal norm, well, everything they taught geared towards that. It supported that. So you fast forward to a societal norm now where it's the norm for, homosexuality, transgender, these pronouns, him, her, them, us. So what do you now see? You see your entertainment begin to confirm this. You see what's now being taught, whether it's educational, begin to now align with that. You see now your politics, your policies, your laws begin now to coincide with that. So in that regard, I would say there's definitely an agenda because societal norms have shifted to this new idea that family can be, a man, two men, two kids and a white picket fence, or two women and a white picket fence, or someone identifies as them or us and kids in a white picket fence. So that means everything else by default, unfortunately, that becomes not acceptable because it doesn't fit into the new norms.
Yeah. This is what I want to tone in on is that this is what they say a long time ago. Well, this is what they say is that if you can just get control of that woman, like take her mind, you don't have to worry about the male. You don't have to worry about the offspring. They all will conform to what she says, which her mind way. And this is why in slavery it was so important for that slave to make the male answer to the woman. I don't know if y'all know that about slavery. That's why we have this same thing in our community today. The woman is basically running our community, and the male is basically running behind them, like hyenas. Just like hyenas. Hyenas, the women are dominant, they run, and the males are passive. They follow instructions.
I don't even know if it's the male following instructions. The male doesn't even exist.
No, the male exists.
It's more. No,
the male is not a male. The male exists inside of him, but the male does not know how to come out.
Well, I guess the point I'm getting to is that the position, because even in the hyena dynamic, at least there's even a position for the male. I don't think that in this new norm that there's even a position for the male to fill. Period. You see what I'm saying? Like, well, that's the point I'm getting to.
That's where they want you at. And if you're not trans, you need to be heavily feminine, heavily with that woman mindset, continuously pushing the woman's agenda. That's what you see. Let me turn my camera on. This is what you see here. You see.
I'll tell you back on live, nigga.
No, I've been here. I've been here the whole time.
Camera was on.
Yeah. Because I'm doing what you trying to do over there, but I don't like to show that because I don't want people to think that that's what I want them to do. I want that I'm trying to change my image.
That's your problem. Why change yourself for the world? Be yourself.
No. It's that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hear me out. Go ahead. Let me talk. So this is what I'm saying is this, right? By me understanding that I want to hold an influence on the people, hold an influence on the children, hold an influence on the youth. So I have to understand the image that I'm portraying to the people, and I don't want to. I understand that I'm going through my little sabbatical.
But you portray an image of a way the white man wants you to put it. You're not.
No. Not about the white man.
Yo, look, listen. It's like listen, dog. You just said that.
I love the white man.
Yo, bro, you just said that you can't. Yo, you just said that you said you had the camera cut off because you were smoking, right? And then you cut it off, and then you cut it back when you was done, right? Right.
Go ahead.
White people create scary movies, right? And they put masks on the bad guys, right?
Uh-huh.
And they take it off, somebody different. You know who they are. So why?
You're trying to say that I put on a mask,
bro?
So you're trying to say that I put on a mask.
You just did.
No, I did not. What I did was I held on my principles. So I was, what's the word I'm looking for? I was conservative in my approach.
All right.
I was conservative in my approach. I did not want to show kids or young people that I want them to, go do things like that. I wouldn't like. This is what we have to understand that
So
we
what
as
if? So what if one day? So what if? So what if one day you got a little kid and he's a main fan, and one day he seen you smoking on live out of the blue, you messed up because you didn't pause the camera.
Say again.
Then what? Oh my God!
Say it one more time.
He does that. You gonna break his heart?
Say it one more time.
I said, what if you had a little kid, right? And he a main fan. He followed since he was 17 years old, and you still doing your thing. You big now. He about like 22. He never smoked. He love your the good energy you giving him. And he see you smoke one day, he gonna break his heart.
Yeah, well, listen. I don't mind smoking on camera. You hear me, bro? It's not that, right? It's when I'm live. Cause these lives,
I know, but
you
shouldn't. The thing I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't have brought it up because the same way I just thought, I'm pretty sure another motherfucker gonna do the same shit.
Fuck them.
And they gonna challenge your thought. So you should never say nothing. You said you were doing something, but because you said it, I had to say something. Because if I don't say something, somebody else gonna say something. Cause they gonna think the same shit I just thought.
Yeah. Well, I respect everybody's thoughts.
Opinion. Be yourself, nigga. Pump pass.
I respect everybody's thoughts. You feel me? Whatever you think, I respect it. I respect your gender. I respect whatever you think. I respect. You hear me? But I forgot where I was going with the conversation. I had something deep to say though. I know it was profound.
That we fucking head up.
I don't smoke. Yo, I'm too much. Let's watch it. Watch another video. This guy is funny.
Dad, did you hear this? Michael B. Jordan dead at 35. 35.
No, but you're playing.
35.
You're playing.
What? Did you wait, Mom, Dad? Did you hear this? Michael B. Jordan.
Shucks. That joker, he is cruel.
Yeah, did you see? Hold on. Yeah. Really? I'm trying to find. Here we go.
Wait, Mom, Dad, did you hear this? Michael B. Jordan dead at 35. 35.
No, but you're playing.
35.
You're playing.
What? I would sincerely like to apologize for Michael B. for taking part in such a harmful trend. I apologize to Michael B. Jordan's entire family, his extended family, and him directly, as he is an idol of mine, and taking part in a trend like this is completely disrespectful. I don't wish any bad ramifications of my actions upon his family nor my parents, as they deserve none of the backlash. And I own this was a mistake, and I hope this can be a teaching lesson to anyone else who uses social media as a tool and a source of entertainment to truly understand that your actions can have consequences that extend beyond you. I apologize for any hurt that my actions may have caused Mr. Jordan or my parents or anyone else who could have been involved in this. And I am truly and sincerely sorry, and I apologize. Thank you so much for your time.
These kids,
man, that joker had the response of somebody who got behind whooping, like an old school beating. Like he got a real live beating, man. The way he was on there sniffling, you remember getting a beating, boy. That joint had you so humble, so sincere. You be on this, I just want to, boy. He got a beat. That wasn't no Hollywood beat. He got a real live beat. I don't know which one of them did it. His mama or his daddy, but he showed up, got some action.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to. What do you think we was going to think after watching that video? Come on, man.
My man went from giggling to straight tears.
What do you think about that, Draymond?
He don't know. He consumed. How many of those you gonna smoke, bro? You are like your third phone,
Yo, you know me, bro. As long as I know you all my life, you know this is what I do.
I just how many
Chinese food? They haven't got that out here.
But you only been on the live an hour. That's your third one.
Up in Jersey. Huh?
That's your third one, though.
He counting them for
you.
Yeah. Probably his 10 for the day.
Yo, I probably smoked about, so far, I probably smoked about like 13.
Today.
10
when you woke up. 3 just now.
Real shit. And yo, when I get my shit, I get my shit filled to the top, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what it is though? I don't drink, you know? Like if I grew up drinking, like even when I'm going with y'all, like growing up out there, I didn't really drink. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So like my homeboy, he smoked too, but he could smoke too and be cool with it. But he was sick on like a shot or a glass. To me, when I drink, it don't do nothing to me. I feel like it's a waste of time. Like drinking to me like a waste of time. I might need like a new hobby or something, you know, something. But until then, this right here, this is my hobby, bro. I don't need Tinder, be okay, none of that. Swipe. I swipe this blunt and keep it going. I still focus though.
So now we about to cover the Andrew Tate. Well, we're gonna cover some of it. We're not gonna go too much in depth. As you see, we didn't go too in depth with any of the topics, but let's just touch it and tap it and see how it goes.
Why do you take the birds? Are the condition wheels?
The Matrix has attacked me.
What do you think about that so far?
Yo.
Apparently, at the time, they were saying that he was getting arrested on charges for something to do with like child trafficking or some sort.
Not child trafficking, trafficking women.
Yeah, trafficking women. Yeah. But I think it has since come out that they said that wasn't why he was arrested. He's been released, if I understand, right?
Yep, he's been released.
Wait a minute. So this guy got released, but they know that he was doing trafficking in women. Right? That's what you said, right?
But they say
it's not facts.
Yeah, well, they say he's like
But they said that though, right?
No, that's not facts. Facts is this. And these are charges. First of all, bro, you understand. You are innocent up to proven guilty. You cannot be, as soon as they take me to jail, okay, I'm guilty of it. Damn.
No,
Do anybody get that sense of innocent until proven?
Sure, go ask Young Thug.
Oh man.
I remember you a couple weeks ago saying he was getting ready to get off.
No, I did not. When I said that.
Yo, run the tape. I told you them jokers was ratting on his mouth. I told you.
Well, hey, they ratting on him, but
I told you they lining them jokers
yes,
up.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sure enough. I told you what they was doing. I said, all right, yeah, they don't need that phone no more. they got eyewitnesses. Testimony. Yeah, but nah, it was rumored that he was arrested in association with some woman trafficking. I mean, who knows, man? I don't know him personally. I definitely caught some of I guess podcast type stuff that he's been on where I caught he had that one episode with the chick, well, not the chick, but what's her name? Brittany
Renner.
Yeah, he had the one with her, and I caught another one. He sounded like a pretty sound guy. He definitely said some solid things in that interview. But I seen something else where it seemed like I don't really know the backstory on him, but it seemed like whatever he got going on behind the scenes, he felt like the elites would want him killed or arrested, or so he was like saying like he wouldn't commit suicide, he wouldn't do this, and that they want him. I don't know what he's really connected with, but it sounds like he into some stuff that's out of my tax bracket. That's the long story short. He into some stuff that's way out of my tax bracket.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that sounds about right. But he had a final message. I don't know if we're really gonna go through it because I really don't feel like watching this whole video, to be honest. So we might skim through it, see if he has some good gems in it, and then go to the next video.
Have to deal with it. I was actually picked on by these two kids when I was riding the school bus home. I think I was around 5 and they were around 7. They were a bit older than me, and they used to pick on me on the school bus. They'd sit behind me, throw things at me, hit me, etc. And I came home and I told my dad about it. I said, Dad, these 2 kids are picking on me every single time I get the school bus. I don't know what to do. And my dad said, I'm not going to call the teacher because the teacher ain't on the bus. And I'm not going to call the school bus driver because they're busy driving. Son, if you want to deal with this, you're going to have to deal with it yourself.
Yo, his dad from Camden.
They're bigger than me.
Huh?
I say his dad from Camden.
Well, he's supposed to be from Chicago, South Side.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? There's 2 of them and they're bigger than me. And at the time, I'd just come home from school and I was holding a lunchbox. And my dad pointed and said, you have a lunchbox, son? Teach them. So weeks had passed. It was a few weeks. They kept picking on me. And I felt myself sitting there getting more insecure and the rage was boiling inside of me. And one day, one of them slapped me in the side of the face from behind. I was sitting on the chair. He slapped me in the face from behind. And instantly, I don't know what it was, but this was the day I had enough. And I turned with my lunchbox and swung it over the back of the school bus chair and caught him and busted his eye clean open. The plastic Batman lunchbox hit him in the eye and blood started squirting everywhere. All the children started screaming.
Somehow,
and as I did this, the bus had just come up to a stop. It was 2 stops before my.
Somehow, when we tell stories, our stories always sound so more animated. Blood was everywhere. Guy had a bloody
couple drips.
He had a lip.
Yo, he had that Batman lunchbox though, yo.
Stopped, but it had stopped. And as the bus stopped and the screaming happened, I just got up and I ran and I just ran off the bus and ran home. I've never run so fast or so far in my life. I was full of adrenaline. I just ran. When I got home, I had blood on my clothes and my dad looked at me. He said, what happened? And I said, that kid, I won't say his name. I said his name at the time. I said, that kid, he hit me in the face. And I had enough of getting hit in the face. And I was still holding the lunchbox, but it was all smashed up where I'd hit him with it. And my dad kind of smiled a little bit and said, don't worry, son, get in the car. We got in the car and we went to Walmart. We walked up and down the aisle.
All right. I obviously can't watch this whole video.
Yeah. That shit sound too fake, yo.
I'm sorry.
That nigga still had the lunchbox in his head.
We gotta go to the next video, guys.
Ain't no gun, my nigga.
This can bounce off of the Candace Owens. I don't know if you guys remember it, the video we just watched with Candace Owens. But this is a little bit of the bullshit Candace Owens was talking about with y'all feminizing us black men in the culture. Let me mute up.
My hotel room, so that when I hit that stage, just give me. See how the hips pump out? I'm feeling this right here.
What the heck is this, bro? What the heck is that?
Yo, you put my whole high up just now. Yo, I gotta put this blunt out and roll another blunt.
Bro.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, the professor said to me, I was like, well, let me play this video. This is a good video. But listen, this is good to bounce off what Candace Owens was saying. That basically what the woman pretty much having this masculinity toxic, this is the outcome to it.
I ain't no man.
Huh?
I ain't no man.
What is that?
Bro, this is like Kylie Jenner. Come on now, let's not play these games, man.
Yo, that ain't no man, bro.
Whatever that guy name is.
He had no friends when he was little, bro.
But bro, this is all with that femininity bullcrap. That's the outcome to it. This is somebody's son. That's the truth of it. Somebody's cousin.
Is he a he or her? Or is he both?
Bro, I don't know. You can't ask me that.
I'm just curious.
Bringing it to light.
Nowadays, you got to know Joker's pronouns. Like, is he them, us, he, her, neither? Like, and I'm not even being funny because I don't know what this is. But the truth be told, man, for real, and this is an unpopular opinion, but bro, this is nothing more than just levels of perversion. Like the more and more you chip at whatever the cornerstones of man, woman, or you start, okay, let's say man and wife, then you go man and man, woman and woman, all the above. This is just the graduation and the maturity of that. You know, to the point where Jokers is gonna go from that to, okay, now it's gonna be me and the horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there is no end to perversion.
And that's what I'm trying to show y'all.
There is no end to it.
You people, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry to my followers and all my supporters. I'm talking about everybody else, all the other people in the culture. You know, you people are the outcome to this crap. You know, if you guys start having nuclear families and stop being single mothers and stop, I don't want to really talk about black men, but stop going to jail. We'll stop this crap. But that's a little bit of my rhetoric. I just like to spill it out here and there.
Well, you gotta think the world that we're living in, Jokers, is not the world that we're living in. There is no all of these once upon a time fundamental foundations or cornerstones are non-existent. This is more of the world of YOLO. You only live once, live it up. Let's smoke, let's drink, let's party. We only got this one life to live. Let's So any and everything goes kind of like those intimate, sincere, genuine attachments people don't have. And you know, to me, it's a demonic, satanic agenda that stems from your media, that stems from your politics, that stems from all the things that control what influences you, because that's a product of it. Yeah, I'm saying, and this is what you get: a lawless, godless, no morals, no values, everything goes all inclusive world. Welcome to the One World Nation.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I talk to my clients about some of this stuff, you know, and this is what I was saying to him, that America, if we don't stop this, because a lot of my clients are white, so I have a lot of white friends or white clients, and we were hold on, make myself back on the screen. I was talking to him, and I was pretty much saying to him that if we don't stop this this fight between I'm black man, you white man, we are actually losing this country. Even though, listen, guys, don't think I'm American, all this crap. But at the end of the day, this is where I live at. So if I don't stand fast and pay attention to what's going on here, I could lose my home. So, well, not my home, but home for right now. Whatever. I don't know how you want to word it, but it is what it is. But this is what I was saying. If we don't stop this race war, and start really looking at the losing of the country, and like really looking at it from like every aspect, we losing the country as Americans or whatever, however you want to put it. We're losing it to homosexuality. We're losing it to immigration. We're losing it. We can go all day about how we're losing it. But this is why we need Trump back in the office. But
Man, the country. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's a Trump thing, a non-Trump thing, because to me it's the same bird, just two different feathers of the same bird. And maybe that's a deeper level of thought on this. But the truth of the matter is that this is bigger than even just politics. There's an agenda here that's satanic. That's where this perversion, that's where this all stems from. Because if you start looking into history, go look at Babylon, go look at Rome, go look at Greece, go open your history books, go even look at Egypt, look at Alexander, all these jokers. What was they doing?
What was they doing?
Perversion.
Wait a minute. Only time perversion was in Egypt was when that
perversion, worshiping false gods, having sex with boys, pedophilia, blood sacrifices. That's fact. That's history.
I'm not gonna agree to that.
It need to be agreed to.
Hold on. We all listen on this platform. We love controversy.
That's a fact, yo. That's a fact, yo.
It's a fact.
Right, I let y'all talk, because then I'm gonna talk.
When you get into the Illuminati and Freemasonry and Skull and Bones, all they did was adopt. They stole that. They stole that knowledge and adopted the same thing, and they into the same thing. And these are the same things that own your music, own your movies, own. This is
even
why
the pastors are going to the church.
Yeah, they even own some of your religious institutions. That Catholic. Oh, that's a whole other conversation. That universal pagan Catholic system. If you go through your history, you find out where all this stuff stems from. And this is the world that you live in. If you go look at the real organizations or families that are whoever own the money, you go look at who they are, and you go look at what they believe, and go look at their philosophies. This is what you see. This is what you see, and the invisible hand will rather like you said, have us looking at immigration or black, white, whatever else you want to throw on there. But meanwhile, what y'all don't want to probably be acknowledged is that they leading you into a lawless world, a godless world, and you know the Bible already prophesied these things. And I don't want to get all deep into biblical teaching, but you know, if you're ever interested and want to take that ride, you know, hit me up privately.
Yourself. You just
Nah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Joe,
I allowed y'all to talk
right there, bro.
Go ahead. Hold on. Y'all go ahead and talk.
Bro, what did I say is a contradictory?
You just said, hold on. If you understand that all of it came from Egypt and go all the way back to then, and everybody copied each other, and then you're saying religion, that's a contradiction.
No,
and we're saying that the religion was all taken and pagan or all this other crap, and then we're saying that, well, then let's still subscribe to the religion.
No,
wait a minute.
I'm not saying.
Is this the same religion?
I'm not saying subscribe.
Hold on. Is this the same religion that enslaved our people? Is this the same religion that we had to get whooped to believe?
Bro, we don't know.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Can I answer the question? Or you just going to take shots? Like, which one?
I'm not finished with my question. Let me finish my
How
question.
many questions you gonna ask me before I'm able to speak? Because
right,
you asked me a series of questions.
All right, well, you really answer. Oh, go ahead, man.
Bro, because I can answer this. I can answer this with ease. Like, so let's just clarify. Are you saying what religion were you as a slave forced to practice?
What religion? Every religion we was forced to.
I'm just asking. I'm asking you to specify
right?
so that I can properly answer.
Yeah, well, wherever we was located, I don't care if we was in Jamaica. We was in Jamaica. We had to subscribe to what? If we was in wherever we was at, they had to subscribe to a religion. Whoever your slave owner was, whatever his religion was your religion. So if I was enslaved by a Middle Eastern, I would be a Muslim. If I was enslaved by an American, I would be a Christian. If I was enslaved by a European, I'll be a what was the word you used earlier? Catholic.
What you fail to realize is that the Catholic religion is a universal religion. That what you know Christianity to be, what you even know Islam, or the list is everything. So it's all of them compacted into one. So what you're missing here on this journey of knowledge is where that one, what you understand to be Christian, is not the same as what was being dosed out because it was governed by the Catholic Church.
I understand to be Christian.
So
what Bible, what religion do you have that everybody else don't have?
What religion
is there
that I
a
have?
certain Bible that you get that we don't get?
You said is there a certain Bible that I get that everyone doesn't get?
Yeah, so we all get the same Jew Bible owned by the Jews.
Your revelations and understanding the Bible is different across the globe.
Is this not a pagan language?
Is what not a pagan language?
Well, to the scriptures, is this not a language we shouldn't be speaking? Is this a language of God?
Is the English language the language of God?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, obviously it's not English, isn't the original language. So it's not. English is a variation of a translation of something so. I don't get the question.
How about this question? What makes a like what languages is there a language or is there like a tongue that God don't want to hear? Is that I know I'm drifting off, but I kind of just want to have to drift off.
I don't understand the question because you're asking me to define
the answer.
Is there a tongue that God does not want to hear?
Because you say that the Bible, right? You talk. when we talking Bible, right? And you tell me about revelations, about understanding of the Bible. So maybe you understand the Bible more better than I understand the Bible. So if you understand the Bible better than I do,
here's what I can tell you is that the ultimate language of God is the Spirit of God. That's the ultimate communication link to God. So I don't care.
So if
black
that's
and
the
white,
case,
black and white letters.
How can the letters be words? All right, so
my
if
point is that if you don't have a spiritual, as the Bible says, if you are not born again, you will not understand, you will not see, you will not experience the kingdom of God. Because you do not have the Spirit of God alive, actively living inside of you. Your mind has not been renewed to receive or understand probably even what I'm saying right now. Not to say you specifically, but to anyone that is unable to technically hear or comprehend what I'm saying. This is why the Bible will say, he that has an ear, let him hear. So everyone is born technically, speaking with two ears, with the ability to receive and comprehend sound and dialect and tone and language. So why would that be phrased that way? Well, it's phrased that way because minus the Spirit of God, if everything you are digesting is through this natural mind, this natural, this flesh, this body is corrupt because the body itself is corrupt.
Yep. So that's why I say you have to use your intellect. Like when guys say, you say that God talk to you,
it has to be more than just your intellect because
hold on, let me finish my statement and you can understand where I'm going or understand what I'm saying. Every time I talk, if you guys don't let me talk, you can never understand what I'm saying.
You be the one not letting people talk.
You be going on, bro.
No, I get
crazy.
it. I go crazy.
You go crazy, bro.
Oh man.
He be the one. He'll start dropping and jabbing 20 questions at you. You trying to answer the first one.
I didn't ask you to answer yet. First of all, in a conversation, when you were talking, you let me complete. I don't care if I ask you 100 questions. Bro, like, all right, think about this, right?
That goes against basic logic of a conversation.
No, it's not.
Exactly.
It doesn't. No,
question
it doesn't.
mark is
It goes against like that level of thinking, basic level of conversation. But when you go to watch like the congressmen talk, or you watch like basically people in law talk, they ask you a serious questions, and you'll be like, and then you have to answer.
But not 100 of them.
Not the way you answer nigga.
Not 10 of them.
And
the questions correlate to the original question. Like,
yeah, they all correlate to the original question.
Nah, bro, you sound like a parent, nigga, trying to give me a lesson.
Oh, man.
Like I told you, man, you asked to homeschool.
I don't want to talk about religion, man, because this is what I always teach people. When you talk about religion with black folks, it's just another way to have you divided. Anything like, like that's the way the web works, because you got your brothers to be Muslim, your brothers to be Christian, your brothers to be Islam, your brothers to be Buddhist, your brothers to be Judas. And they everything. They're everything but the way. But you have to accept them in their way, and eventually, hopefully they'll come around to, understanding. But let's go to the next topic, because like I said, I don't understand on one topic for too long, and I don't like standing on religion at all. Religion is like this is a waste of time. It's just a talking point. So let's go to the next video. We were talking about this Young Thug case,
Mike funny as hell.
Oh yeah, and this is my guy. What his name is Bruce Rivers. He's a lawyer. He likes basically reviews court cases, and he actually is a criminal law. So let's just give him a little shout.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer. Today, we're reacting to the trials about to begin for Young Thug, and we'll see where the status is of things and where things are at. But before we get to that, remember, this, as all episodes, are brought to you by eForms.com. eForms.com. If you need a legal form for whatever purpose, power of attorney, bill of sale, maybe you need a rental agreement, anything you need, go to eForms.com. They have most legal forms. Doesn't matter what state you're from. go to eforms.com. They've got you covered. The prosecution's about to start their case in the prosecution of Young Thug. And there are 6 people, it looks like, that are going to go to trial. That may get less if anybody else takes it
6 rooms
just before trial or during the trial. But Young Thug was seen in court going through a range of emotions the other day. So let's just talk a little bit about jury selection. This is a high-profile case. And it's a high-profile, complicated case. It's a RICO case. They've got to prove that there was an organization and crimes that were committed for the benefit of that organization. Now, we're going to react to a plea that was just taken against Thug here.
Mr. Stevens, if you could please state your true and correct legal name.
Trontavious Stevens.
And are you the same person referred to as Trontavious Stevens, also known as Tick and also known as Slug,
Yes, ma'am.
on indictment 22 SC 183572?
Yes.
Do you also acknowledge that you were one of the founding members of Young Slum Life?
Yes.
You acknowledge that you are the same person referred to as Tick in the song by Young Thug entitled You, in the verse She Getting Robbed by Tick?
Yes.
You also acknowledge that on February 4th, 2021, you participated in a group chat with fellow YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and YSL associates Wooney Lee, aka Slime Life Shorty, wherein Jeffrey Williams stated, YSL rule the world, kid. Y'all just start bringing me the money. Man, y'all stop playing with me. Do you acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Do you acknowledge that on May 13, 2021, you participated in another group chat with fellow YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and YSL associates Martinez Arnold, Miles Farley, Quantavious Greer, Antonio Sumlin, Wooney Lee, where Jeffrey Williams asked, y'all ain't beat him up or shot him yet? Then states, y'all getting soft.
Yes.
Do you acknowledge that the gas station at 151 Cleveland Avenue is a location where YSL associates sell drugs?
Yes.
That also the gas station at 221 Cleveland Avenue is a location where YSL associates sell drugs?
Yes.
So the whole purpose of, first of all, the whole purpose of a plea, which was what that was, is to, number one, you waive your rights. Number two, you tell the facts of the.
Hold on. Let's talk about that. Like, yes. Like, why? Come on, man. Why?
Well, why all his friends, his associates?
You know why he rat on his
taking
friends?
PDs?
Because he ain't built for that life. Because he wasn't built for that life. He was built for the spotlight.
Bro.
If you want the spotlight, you got to ready to die for the spotlight.
Unacceptable. You
He
got
wasn't
people in your camp that's snitching, all taking pleas.
He ain't built, bro.
No,
He
it
ain't
shows that the only person that really was built was Young Thug.
Well, he don't have no choice at this point because who he gonna rat on? Like who he gonna take a plea on?
No, I don't think he don't got information, man.
Bro, like I'm just saying
that
at
just
this
show you,
point,
yo.
right? Because everyone else has gotten deals, the deals only get worse. The deals don't get better. So like because whenever they first approached him, he didn't spill his guts. Once they started getting people to flip, it was over for him. So it ain't at this point, he's who they identified that okay, we want him. We really don't want y'all. We want him. And if y'all help us get him, y'all get to go home. Essentially.
You know why they want him? Because he's an entertainer.
Oh, listen,
That's
I'm
why.
sure he's not the guy because he don't have that kind of access. Somebody else arranged and allowed him to be who he is.
Exactly. And they're trying to figure out who it was.
But in the same token, those people are the invisible hand. They don't operate in a way in which you can touch them. You see what I'm saying? Like, so at his level in life, he is the it, and he gonna take the hit for this.
Damn.
Come on, we know in the totality of the real world that come on, it's drugs and murders and crimes and stuff happening at an even greater level, at an even greater rate, and the real faces behind those crimes ain't some guy named Young Thug. But you ain't gonna see that guy on that stand. That's the reality of it. Because that politician that's authorizing jokers to get to die by the thousands, he ain't gonna be on that stand. Like that's just the reality of it. That's the reality of it. Because this is America, right? Where he getting the drugs? Where he getting the guns? Where he get you? Like, bro, this ain't
like Franklin,
bro. America is the biggest arms dealer, the biggest drug dealer, the biggest you name it on the earth.
That nigga like Franklin, bro.
But you ain't gonna see the president on trial for genocide, murder, all this stuff. You got jokers dying by the dozens on heroin. Oh, come on, man, stop.
And you wouldn't think about it like that, because when you think about it like that, okay, because he's in control of the people. He has supposed to be the person responsible, just as if, like, you're responsible for your kid and something go wrong with them, you can be held liable to go to jail. They don't go to school, you can go to jail. Whatever. So whatever they do bad, you can be held, in the inside the light. But just as the president, as you kind of said, that he's not held in the light. Well, your people are homeless. Your people don't have jobs, or whatever the case may be. What are you doing about it? Well, I'm sending trillions of dollars over there to, other countries to fund wars. I'm closing off gas pipes. I think Biden was the dumbest president we have ever had in history.
Right. It probably don't matter who the president
He
is.
made a transgender. He made a ABCDEFG. What is he or she? She's a head of the health department or something like that. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Y'all did y'all see that?
Yeah, I seen something about that.
Yeah, it's basically the first transgender ever.
What make you think that a Republican wouldn't have done the same thing?
Because we're not stupid.
They are of the same house. They are of the same.
Mike, who we?
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They
hold on. If they're the same house, then no, you can't say that.
All of that Democrat, Republican, that plays right into what you said. All that is just
another way to divide. I understand that.
So, but they're of the same
understand that
mindset,
concept.
Bro. They're of the same. They're of the same agenda.
Okay, as long as you understand that part, no,
I
can concur. I can accept that.
So my point
as long
is
as you can accept. Excuse me, as you talk now. Don't la. Okay, I don't want to beat you. Okay, listen. If you can concur to that, I can concur. If I can concur to what you just said, you can concur to what I just said. Like I said, all of it is one head. No matter what way you look at it, it's just a way to divide us. We talking about they got European car, I like American car. I like Christian. I like Muslim. I like Republican. I like Democrat. It's all a way for all of us to be divided.
Yeah, but that in regards to, I guess if you want to say quote unquote religion, that don't mean there is no truth. Just like there's truth to the real agenda that I'm discussing in regards to politics. But that's not an unpopular. I'm not saying that you are.
But of course, there had to be truth in it for people to read it.
The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying in regards to politics being of the same house or of the same agenda, because in my belief, I believe it's a satanic agenda that it leads right back to the original, if you want to say quote unquote religion, before we use terms called religion. It stems to that original root, and it is, in my opinion, an extension of said root.
And somehow we end up right back here again at religion.
Nah, but you did. You said, "Oh, well, if you could agree to this, then you could agree to that."
Well, I'm just saying. That's all I was saying. That if you can agree,
that comes to religion. Now, I'm not speaking religion in the terms of what modern day people associate with, because modern day people associate with this universal Catholic religion that stems in paganism and cultism and a whole etc. of a lot of things, and it's a part of that tritarianism of what you see is the agenda and motive of the world, to be lawless, to be godless.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that for you to believe that. I'm just saying that that's my opinion on it.
Okay. Well, you can finish the video if you want.
The crime. And one of the things that Gunna did and that Slug or Tick did here is they're admitting on the record not only that YSL is an organization, but that they also were committing crimes in conjunction with each other and for the benefit of the organization. Now, a lot has been talked about regarding Gunna and I'm not a snitch, I'm not going to snitch, blah, blah, blah. But he admitted to some crimes. He can no longer claim the Fifth Amendment. So the government could compel him to testify. He could say, I'm not going to do it anyway, and he could suffer, contempt of court citation, and that wouldn't be that severe, I suppose. But they could compel him to testify. And that means he could have to stay in jail until he testifies. So 8 so far have taken plea deals, and 6 others will stand trial at another time. Not with this one. Now, the defense lawyer, Thug, says that YSL is simply a record label. Meanwhile, the gang members for YSL have been blamed for...
All right, guys, I want to introduce a quick clip real quick so we can watch it.
That's not even you on that video?
Yes, that's me, but that wasn't on no Crime Stop. I don't know what the hell niggas thinking about, because I wasn't in no case or nothing.
Hold on. He said I wasn't in no case or nothing. I was never in no case. Me? In a case? I didn't go to jail. I didn't go up there and say, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Me? I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all crazy.
Saying like,
I told you that man was a snitch.
I was never in no case.
That's not even you.
I was never in no case. So why the hell was you in jail?
Why was you locked up? Why you taking a plea deal? Why you over there?
Oh man, that guy was funny. He said, "Hold on, watch it one more time."
You on that video?
Yes, that's me, but that wasn't on no
But
Crime.
yo, it's old though.
Yeah,
it's old.
It don't even matter how old it is, man.
And
He
that's
was a
crazy,
criminal.
though. Like, this nigga snitch, yo.
He ain't snitch, bro. I said it a few weeks back. He was snitching. He's a snitch, man.
Crimes in Atlanta. Quite a few of these YSL associates have taken deals just before Christmas, including Gunna. And you know that Gunna was released from jail. Young Thug's brother, Quintavious Greer, as part of his probation, he must not have any contact with Young Thug, who's been denied bail. You know he's sitting in jail.
His own brother took a deal. Damn.
One of the things you saw in this video was them specifically referencing Tick in a robbery in a song. Now, I've successfully litigated this stuff about not using somebody's rap lyrics in their trial. However, if the rap lyrics are specifically mentioning a crime, and in the lyrics that the prosecutor just talked about in that last clip, she getting robbed by Tick, I would be shocked if that's not used in court, because if they can point to a specific crime and Thug is mentioning that specific crime in the lyrics and they can tie it up, then that comes in as evidence because it's a statement of a party opponent.
Sad thing, I think Thug might get 25 years, man.
I told you that Joker was going to
All
jail.
this stuff unformed, like, God damn, man.
I told you
Everybody's
he was going to
snitching.
jail.
And the fact is, everybody's a snitch. Everybody, like,
I
in
told
real life,
you.
too. In real life, though, everybody's a real snitch.
Bro, first of all, let's be real, man. How many jokers you think is really getting ready to look at their life and say, man, you talking about I'm gonna do 30 years and probably maximum type prison situation? Bro, them jokers was rock stars, jewelry, cars, women, drugs, money. They wasn't that. Like, so nothing in their DNA said that they was even going to be capable.
They said
of
Jacob
that.
the jeweler taking out lawsuits to get his jewelry back. It's crazy. He said they said Young Thug trying to get loans. Like, this is not good, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm about to bring Brody to his knees. He said take it to trial. They taking it to trial.
When the prosecutor wasn't going to be able to get that phone, they said, okay, no problem. Let's get these plea deals going. Let's start getting some eyewitnesses to now corroborate what we already had from the start. And now what you see, that's group chat text messages that they have now connected to the lyrics to identify and confirm crimes that have been committed. Come on, man. Come on. And now they got the eyewitnesses. Oh, yeah. So now, even though they couldn't basically, even though the judge said, okay, well, that phone, basically he won in one scenario where they couldn't use the phone, but now that you have the witnesses corroborating the text message, that bring the phone and all those text messages and what they found right back into play. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, they ain't getting that phone.
Well, they don't need the phone. That's why they got eyewitnesses now. You see what I'm saying? They just read off the messages from the group chat.
Yo, that's
and
crazy.
guys
Yo,
is confirming, yes, I was
that's
in
what I
the
said,
group
yo.
chat.
Niggas,
Yes,
niggas,
this is me.
Yo, like I said, niggas want that spotlight, but not ready for the spotlight.
Because come on, man, let's be frank here, bro. The average individual walking ain't built for that. These jokers, it was all cool when we was rock stars. We getting girls, we getting money, we on TV, we getting drugs. We those guys, we got the jewelry, we got the cars, we got this, we got that. That's what they signed up for, the lifestyle. They didn't sign up for this other side of it.
Nah, see with me, bro, I ain't gonna lie. With me, bro, I ain't snitching, bro.
Bro,
I ain't snitching.
I'm
'Cause
not
the way I
judging
was
no
raised,
man.
bro, the life that I seen before I met y'all, I ain't snitching, bro.
Yeah, I'm not judging no man, but it's a different
Oh,
conversation
you're not judging.
when they got you behind those bars and they talk about 40 years.
It is what it is, bro. I
And
ain't
think
snitching,
about
bro.
it. Like now you gotta
Bro,
see.
I don't know if I
You
can
gotta
do that,
see
bro.
now. Like
Yeah.
you might start thinking a little different.
Nah,
Wait,
nah,
40
bro.
years.
Yo,
Bro, it's
if I
easy
knew,
to
yo,
talk.
listen,
It's easy to
listen.
talk because you're a free
As a
man,
man, if you know what you gotta do to put food on your table, if you know what you gotta do to feed your family, you gotta willing to deal with the issues and the situation that come with it. If not, don't go do it.
Exactly.
Be a
Exactly
9 to
my
5
point.
nigga.
Word. Go go do the slow road.
Yeah,
If you
go to
can't
school,
take
hit them
the
books,
crime,
bro.
you
Get
can't
a
do.
real job.
How
Build your
about
credit
this,
up.
bro? If you can't get shot and not go snitch, if you can't go to jail, it's not snitch, bro. Don't play this game. Get out the game. 'Cause this game right here will chew you up and spit you out. And you be over here looking like 6ix9ine, and the rest of Young Thug are friends, supposed to be his friends, quote unquote brothers.
Like for example, yo,
These motherfuckers got female tendencies. They female was anytime she get in her emotions, she'll sell you out, call the police on your black behind.
like yo,
Like,
for example, like BMF, Big Meech knew what he had to do to put food on his table. That nigga was you know what I'm saying? He knew what he had to do. That nigga did his time.
But that's how I felt when you were saying earlier about when Waka Flocka was talking, like, yo, like to understand, like, some people are put in certain predicaments. You know what I'm saying? Some people are put in places where they have to force themselves to be someone that they sometimes not. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you can't judge everybody in the streets, bro. That's just how I feel like. Just can't judge and put them all in the same category. They're all the same. No.
Yo, I smoke too much, yo.
Word.
That's crazy. That was a good topic.
So the other thing is, so
Can't hear
there's
you,
an
Joe.
alleged YSL member.
What'd you say? Can't hear you. Nope. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Your volume is low though.
Joker's not built for the reality. Like, I feel like a lot of Jokers easily. I just think it's a different reality than when you behind those jail cells. When you're in prison for real, and that like I'm not saying I don't agree with them snitching. Like, I don't agree with that, but I don't think Jokers is built like I heard y'all say, like bringing up these Jokers like BMF. Like, Jokers ain't built like that these days.
That's what I'm saying, because of their mama. I mean, because of they got these female tendencies.
That's not in their DNA. Like, they not this.
But
this
these
whole,
men, they do it for a woman. They do it. Let you sleep with their woman. They'll kill you for that. But they ain't gonna kill you for their brother. Let their brother get killed. They act like their brother didn't even get killed. They keep going through life like their brother didn't die. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. I don't want to hear no weak men. Weak men, bro. Ain't no way you can let your cousin get shot and die, and you over here act like nothing happened.
Bro, if a Joker never took a life, you don't know you capable of taking it. Like, all that shooting guns in the air and shooting, it's a whole different you a whole different. You gonna learn more about yourself with a gun to a Joker face and you pull that trigger and blow his brains off than a Joker that's just these Jokers that's running around with guns down. They just spraying shots. Like, that's nothing. And I'm not even speaking from a place of being some gangbanger, bro. You can go to the range and spray shots. I done sprayed shots, bro. That's nothing. It's a different reality when you walk up on a Joker with that gun. Can you take his life for real? That's a whole different reality.
A whole different story, bro.
That's a whole different reality. Like, so a lot of a lot of what you're dealing with, that's TV, bro. These Jokers shooting at each other, they just spraying shots.
Bro, I know you might think that, but in these streets, bro, people are killing people.
Yeah,
like,
but they not killing.
These are from. All right, bro. I don't know.
I'm saying there's a difference between a killer, bro, that's gonna walk up to you, put that gun in your face and blow your brains off, versus a Joker that's just riding past in a car, just spraying rounds, and he's not really conscious.
That's different, Mike.
That's a different mentality, bro. That's a different mentality. These Jokers,
that's not the mentality of the kids today, bro. I'm telling you, you might think that's from early 2000s.
No, I'm saying
we're
now
in 2023. No, that's not how it goes, bro. Young boys, these kids today, bro, it's not the same, bro. It's not what y'all think. Go on the block. These young boys ain't like that. What you thinking? They will rob you to your face.
I ain't saying they won't rob you.
They will shoot you to your. They will pull the gun out to your face, bro. Like, I've seen it done. I was in this. I've seen a lot of it, bro. In the streets, bro. What I'm saying to you is, what you think in the streets is not. It's 10 times more dangerous.
Nah, Mike,
I'm not saying what I think the streets is. I'm saying that there's a difference between a real killer
and a killer,
a Joker that's really out here murdering Jokers, than a Joker that's in the moment of I'm trying to rob you, and the adrenaline is just taking over the situation. I'm talking about no Jokers.
I'm not talking about robbing either, bro. People could just have beef. Young boys would create beef, bro. I wish I could bring other people on the panel so you can actually hear.
I'm not debating that, bro.
That's this shit,
bro. I'm not debating a Joker doing something out of emotion. I'm talking about a Joker who logically, full of conscience, full of awareness, is getting ready to walk into your house, open your chest up, and take your heart. That's a killer, bro. It's a difference between a real killer and a Joker that's driven off of emotion, driven off of drugs, driven off of influence. I'm talking about a Joker this is why they're not in the same category of a Joker that's a real serial killer, a real murderer, a real Joker.
Who talking about serial killer?
I'm talking about the
streets. I mean, I'm not saying that. All right, whatever you saying, I'm not.
Because you ain't entertaining what I'm saying. That's
why.
Exactly.
I don't know. But
you talking about like
go ahead, bro.
Hey, yo, man, cut that camera back on, man. I don't know what you're doing, man. Cut the camera back on, man.
Hold on, what's that white guy named that killed? Jeffrey Dahmer
Go
or whatever.
ahead,
That's
bro.
what you kind of think about.
Go
No,
That
nigga,
type
yo,
of
first of all, nigga, he ain't no killer, bro. He ain't no killer.
Go ahead, bro.
Yo, he ain't no killer, bro.
I didn't watch the show, the documentary, but they said he was like.
But yo, he not a
murdering people.
killer though, bro. He not a killer, bro. Yo, Mike, that's not a killer, bro.
Who's that?
Bro, my cousin, rest his soul, bro, was a killer, bro.
Yeah.
On 36th Street, living in Camden. My cousin was a killer, bro. That's why I moved in front of y'all, cause my cousin, he didn't care, bro. Like his brain was gone. If he wanted it, he had it. He don't care who
That's
had
what
it.
I'm trying to tell Jobo. You
That's a
keep
killer,
bringing
though.
that up,
I'm not arguing because it's all I'm saying is this: whether you want to acknowledge it or not, there's a different mindset from a Joker, like, and that's why I tried to explain it. But listen, it's a because these Jokers that's out here operating today, most of these Jokers that's operating, they not operating from the true nature or not even the true mindset of what it really does or what it really takes for a person to consciously take a life. It's one thing, and not even take a life on some, my intentions was to rob you, but you got shot. Or my intentions was really just to get what you had, and it ended up with you. It's Jokers out here who are full-fledged, real-life murderers. Like, they kill people for real. Like, this is what they do. It's a different psyche. And if you ever study psychological operations, that like criminal minds type stuff, it's a different psyche, bro. That's the data of it. Like, I'm not even knocking the streets and young boys shooting and toting guns.
All that. What I'm basically saying is this: that the streets are dangerous. And I don't care if it's a man that's training himself to kill, or a man that's just going into your house to take what you got, or taking your car, or robbing you for what you're doing. I don't care. But the fact is, like I'm saying, is that the mentality you saying they gonna drive by ain't shit to these young boys. The drive-by ain't shit to the people up today. Today they'll come to your face. Come to wherever you are. Tell me where you at. We've seen it on TV. We've seen this multiple times. People post their location. Pop Smoke. Freaking P&B Rock. Fucking, we can say 1,000 people. Nigga, Young Dolph couldn't go get some cookies. What I'm saying is that what y'all don't understand, bro, it's a war out here.
But are you naming Jokers that just got randomly stuck up? Or are you naming Jokers that probably they was assassinated, bro? Like somebody sent the killer to come get them.
All right, again.
A Joker that ain't got no problem coming up to you broad daylight and taking and he came to kill
That's
you.
the streets. I don't think you understand. The kids of today, is that what you talking about? I think you've been in the big house too long.
Nah, bro.
I think you've been in the big house too long.
Because I've been in the streets and I've been up underneath some of these young boys, bro. Like, I've been in the heart of Philly, bro. Like, I'm not even this ain't years. I'm talking recently. Like, I mentor some of these young boys, like out here in these streets. These Jokers ain't just murderers, bro. Not what I'm talking about.
They different, bro.
Because if their intent wasn't just to stick you up for your money, they didn't come consciously to murder you.
Stick you up for your money. I'm
murder you getting shot and dying was just a byproduct of me
I never
robbing you.
said anything that you said.
No, I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying that situationally, like if the intent was to,
I said P&B Rock. They didn't come. It took his jury. It came for his jury, and after they see he wasn't with it, let me just take your life, and I'm gonna get that jury too. Pop Smoke. I didn't come for your jury. Or come for what you got. You ain't wanting to give it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are we sure these Jokers wasn't set to be assassinated? Like they wasn't sent to kill him from the rip, and the jury was just a byproduct. The jury was to set it up like he was going to get robbed.
This happens every day. I don't know why you can't understand that. All they gotta do is have a drop on you. Like eventually, when you get yourself a lot of fame, you realize that you gotta move a certain way. I don't care what you doing. You didn't gotta be in the streets. You just gotta be a person with notoriety. You're a person that's known, especially being black. Being black and having a sense of fame or some money, bro. You in to
You
be
in deep
robbed.
trouble.
Yeah.
Niggas want your head, bro.
Yeah, no question
White
about
man
it.
want your head.
Yeah, he made it out. I didn't make it
And
out.
look, he gonna send it, and then he gonna send a black man to take it off. That's crazy.
Let me get that watch, that Rolex you just bought. If you don't want to give it to me, I'm gonna take your life. And like you said, they not coming with the mindset to take your life, bro. They come with the mindset if he gotta go, he gotta go. That's how they talk. I don't know why you don't get it, bro. The rap songs is these young boys, is the streets, literally. So
Joe, like maybe I'm on YouTube when I get off this.
He said what?
I said he thinking like when I get off, they're going and listen to some young boy.
Nah, I don't need to go on YouTube, man. I'm out here physically with these adolescents, man, and I'm not saying that. So that's I can speak from a different range of perspectives. Like I'm not gonna put none of these kids' name out there, but I know some of these jokers that they live a completely different life, and it's a war just trying to get them to evolve from that life. But in the same sense, like I said, what I'm trying to describe of a real killer, a real murderer, is two different things. Like.
But we know the difference, bro. Of course, we know the difference. We know the difference. What I'm trying to say is this: these young boys are being trained with the mindset to kill, and you don't get it. Like this is the evolution of your generation. Are you saying that? Oh well, I seen back, that true killer, that whole true killer thing. Now that true killer mentality turned into fake killers, but they killing. So, I don't know how you want to look at it, but
if you ever call a nigga a fake killer in a rap song, they gonna kill you tomorrow, nigga.
Exactly. That's why being a rapper is so dangerous. Anybody, bro, being anything as a black man is dangerous.
Nah, you right. You got a point, because when you do get fame, niggas do move different. A lot of rappers move different now. A lot of rappers.
Bro.
Look at fucking when I was living up north, Method Man, bro, and Redman used to always come to Plainfield, yo, because you got New Brunswick right there. Mm-hmm. They don't come there no more.
They don't want to die there.
Exactly.
Like Young Dolph. Rest in peace, Young Dolph.
Look at 50 Cent. I think never talk about where you from anymore. Never go back home.
Yeah. New York.
All they talk about is power.
Antonio,
you don't want to lose that power.
31 years old.
Mm-hmm. Let's continue the video.
And claims that YSL Associates killed Donovan Thomas in 2015. That 2015 homicide is another part of this prosecution. And those involved in that crime reportedly went to Young Thug's home right after the killing, where they gave Sledge and others YSL Associates money to lay low right after. And Sledge took it and admitted to a lot of this. 2 other defendants were offered plea deals, but then rejected them. Now, here's the thing. If Thug is convicted of the homicide portion of this prosecution, he's looking at life.
Jesus.
And I don't believe it's like without parole. I believe it's parole after 30 years. If he's convicted of only the RICO stuff, he's looking at a maximum of 20 years. That's the statutory max. So we'll continue to follow this. Thug is, you can tell he's in court. He's in court showing a real range of emotion. So we'll continue to follow this prosecution, but just so you know, a lot of these guys who have taken deals can be called to testify. They can be compelled to testify because they have no longer a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. So the only way they don't testify against Thug is if they are held in contempt, in which case they'll be held in jail until they either plead guilty or until they either testify or the trial gets over. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers.
So you heard that. So that's why I said that we can't kind of judge Gunna and them yet because we got to see what they do if they call to trial. You know, when they call the trial and they say, oh, if they talk, then we know. If they say take me back to jail, then we know.
But it also still hold weight that they confirmed these crimes. You see what I'm saying? Like, so they've already essentially testified to the crimes and associating well, not even associating, confirming them as more than just a label. Like, that's what the prosecutor wanted to get established for the jury, for the world, that this is not just your normal record label making music, that they are actually an organization, they are a criminal organization, and the sale and distribution of drugs, various crimes, assaults, murders, so forth, robberies, you name it. And that's where Young Thug faces the most harm, is that this has already been established. Like, and now I believe the angle is the long term angle is that because they kind of had lost that phone initially, because they probably wouldn't have given out as many plea deals if they didn't lose that phone. But now, if they can find a way through these witnesses and them confirming these what's been discussed in these group chats, to now some basically whatever value the phone had from the evidence, and whether it was chats, all this other stuff, to now somehow get those things back and as evidence, despite taking the L with the physical phone and whatever they were able to gain from the phone. So evidence and things and how they were able to substantiate the charges. There were charges and things that were associated with whatever they got from the phone. Well, now they got these individuals confirming these things, which now substantiates the charges as well. And the fact that this guy is looking at life with possible parole 30 years from now, bro, that's
he about to be the Big Meech of the generation.
Shucks.
Black Mafia Music wasn't just a label.
Man, my man might as well have been. He might as well have joined one of those narco cartel, because at least those jokers, like, he might as well have been down with them bulls, because this right here ain't even worth it. I'm curious, how much money did they really make? Like, at least the narcos jokers, they going down for billions of dollars, trillions. Like, was it even worth whatever they got? Like, them little Jacob Diamonds and cars and all that stuff is going to get seized.
But you gotta realize, we don't see everything though. Like, well, what else they got? What else he got?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's my question. Like at
least,
you're
right. Like, who did he know to get all this stuff from?
But that's kind of like my thing. Like, at least with those jokers, those narco jokers, like when you watch those doco series on them, even though let's say some of them have ended up going to jail, like for Ricos or whatever like that, but you look at the money that they was able to
maintain,
to maintain and accumulate, to the point that even though one of these jokers literally bought the jail, bro. He owned the jail. He owned a militia. Like, these jokers ain't had their own militia.
Yo, how you go to jail and buy the jail?
Like Escobar was that's what I'm saying. Like, a joker like Escobar, he literally had his own military, bro. Like, he had his own military and was freaking darn near holding the government hostage. Like,
yo, bro, that's like, basically, look, he gambled with his life. That's like, bro, before you play Monopoly, you're gonna say, I'm gonna buy my way out of jail every time,
bro. But that's what I'm saying.
Like, that shit, you just go home.
At least watching the Joker like
That nigga
that.
bought that shit, bro. He was home.
But that's what I was saying. Watching the Joker like that, it's like, you know, it makes sense why you doing what you doing. Because he's a trillionaire. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he created generational wealth. Like, his bloodline, he got so much money out there, so much businesses, investments, all these different things that was built off of drug money. That these jokers, I don't think they even touched any of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, they ain't touched that kind of money, bro. They ain't touched that type of influence. Like, this joker literally was putting politicians in place in that country. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, he had his own little army. Like, to the point, bro, he ran for political office. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of money he had to where he was able to impact politically. He was able to impact economies. He had businesses. He had investments, assets, all these different things. Like, it's a whole different conversation. I can't hear you.
Say that again?
Nah, I can't hear what you're saying.
Well, nah. But nah, bro, you right, bro. Like
this ain't.
He had his own team. like, yo, he had his own team, bro. And his own team told on him.
This joker had international monies, man. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, if to me, it ain't even worth it. If it ain't Escobar level, it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it.
So you think
Escobar
they all
families,
told because they realized going to jail for you ain't worth it because it's not.
I think
I'm really losing.
I think
my
they
life.
told because at the end of the day, they really ain't got nothing. See, them jokers ain't telling on Escobar because Escobar in jail or not, you a dead man. He got power and influence no matter where he go in the world. He accumulated so much money that he was able to infiltrate politics. He was able to infiltrate economies, bro. Like, he got assets. He got legitimate companies, shell companies, his own. You see what I'm saying? So you speak on that man, he gonna kill your whole family. Like, your whole bloodline. He must have erased your whole bloodline. So ain't no ratting on him. Like, if he get caught, it's because they physically caught his behind and he in there. You like
you tell on him.
He in there because he chose to be in there. Like, he finally said, you know what, all right, y'all got me. All right. Like,
Cause he realized he didn't did everything. He's seen everything.
Like, and it becomes one of these things where because these jokers will start trying to find ways to seize everything. So at least I go in, y'all get me, but we keep all those businesses. We keep all those, you see what I'm saying? All the assets, all the properties. Like, yeah, they're going to get their win. You see what I'm saying? He got so high up that it became like, all right.
But bro, I want to say this.
I got to give them their win. But everything else, they got. So if you could flip that into generational wealth, then all right. Like, but these jokers did all this, and what they going to have when it's said and done? They ain't got nothing.
But hold on. I want to say this, though. Whatever you saying, like, you was like, oh, well, Escobar, cool. If that's what I do, if I was Escobar, but you gotta understand this. It took time to get to where Escobar was. You don't get there overnight. So it probably wasn't even him. It probably was his daddy who got him there, or his daddy put more work in, or his granddad. Who knows to get that family name to where it was.
But I think about what he was saying was, how long have they been doing this for to get where they at now? And willing to just say, I'm not.
Well, my question is, for what they facing, did they get a return that they can feel like it's let's go sit in jail now? You see what I'm saying? Like, let's go really sit in jail because maybe you did like I said, Escobar and I'm saying those types, they have accumulated unimaginable wealth. Unimaginable type assets, equities, you name it. They got political influence and powers. They have accumulated so much that even when you remove them, it just transfers to someone else in there. You see what I'm saying? Like,
his whole bloodline good, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he essentially exchanged his life
for everybody that come behind his life.
For his whole bloodline. Like,
his whole bloodline good, bro.
Like, you don't see his wife working at Popeyes. His wife is still they rich.
All right,
His kid's
guys.
gonna be rich. His nephew.
All right, guys. I muted all y'all out. I like to cut it off when we just had a good high note. I thank everybody for coming. I hope everybody can come again. Hopefully, I would get this to once a week. But I'm gonna let everybody say their goodbyes and then we'll cancel out. So go start off with Professor since he got to get out of here.
Has he got a flame on there, bro?
Man.
Hey, man. Love to everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. All laughs, but everything is meant for empowerment and building. Ultimately, we all want to see the best of the world, of our community. Till next time.
All right, brother.
All right, man. All I gotta say is live life as you should, and not as anyone else. Be yourself.
Peace, family. Till next time.